There appears to be an update. So enjoy some Cracker Asthma for a moment. It's like a chair and an angry bookcase. All right. Don't care, don't care. I would dig a Fibblethip. What were we doing here? I remember I was splashing for the card draw spell, but I don't remember everything else. Oh yeah, it was get your dude's tapped deck. Children of the Corn would have gone well in this. It didn't have a lot of removal. Okay. Remember this one. Let's go play Magic. I'd kind of like to finish this draft today if I can. I don't know that I'll have time, but I can try. And I'm interested in streaming some Mechabellum again. I'd mentioned some that I wanted to try TFT. I tried it again, I didn't like it. But I'd kind of forgotten about Mechabellum and then saw that they had recently gone out of early access into a release. And I didn't feel really well yesterday, even though SimBaby napped, and I tried out Mechabellum and it was kind of fun. I'm not very good at it and don't know what I'm doing, but I was like, might be worth a revisit. Ain't pretty, but it'll work, especially on the play. I'm gonna take another point off of that thing. I can't quite bring myself. To unwanted remake any of this. Kind of have to assume the second thing's gonna die too. Like, if they pass without attacking, I functionally win this game, right? There was an argument to playing Rip there, even though we suspect it's going to die, because then I could play this and still have the white up if I decide I need to take care of that. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this out now. They've got something, and it might be an unwanted remake of their own. If they play anything bigger than a 2/2, we'll just fire this off and kill it. None of those are bigger than a 2/2. But I think we have to hope that our blocker sticks. That's good enough and lets me live up the remake, so we could potentially get a combat trick. Hey, what's up, Lynn? How you doing? It's been a good week. We're looking at starting SimBaby in preschool soon, and I'm really nervous about it. Like, it's exciting and nervous, right? Anything cheap I can get back? No. Heck yeah. make him flip it and then get this back so we know what we're dealing with seems okay-ish to me. It's a little tough because we're going to have to basically draw a removal spell for that, and I'm not entirely sure that I can. I can get that back. Doesn't feel like that really does anything. I could double block it. That's an option too. I'd be able to use more of my mana if I played the Hardened Escort and double blocked it. I think I like that. Hey, what's up, Sean? Lynn was here a little ahead of you. It's an unfortunate draw. Well, for me, it's pretty good for them. That means I kind of have to kill that right now. I don't think we got outs. Yeah, that's certainly not outs. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Sorry, I was talking to Simwife about the daycare stuff. Daycare, preschool. I mean, it's basically daycare, but it's going to be for 6 hours a week, and it seems like so much time to be away from it. I don't know. It's life is just different when you have the kids. You're the first, Standard B. How you been? Good Lord, what have you been doing? You've been watching this channel for like 20 years. What the heck? We're both getting old. Yeah, we did. I thought it would take longer. It's a bit slow, but I'll take it. I think I just have to kill that. Like, they're down a card. I need to just... And I'm on the draw. If I just stay alive long enough, we probably win. And John told me that was the best common in the set. I wish it was 2 standard for both of us. It's incredibly awkward if I play the Monstrous Emergence and they counter it. So I need to try this first and make sure there's no counter spell. Because technically they can't attack into this without something. You've certainly spent more time watching, Lynn. I can remember when I first started streaming, I was in an attic basically, and standard was there. Hello, Ben Geek. How are you doing? Yep. Just still panicking about preschool, Band Geek. We went today and started doing stuff, and it's that shoots down my flyers anyway. But it does use all of my mana and makes them do it. They're going to try and tempo me. Might be able to do it as well. I'd really like to play 2 things this turn, but I don't think I can. And still attack. How important is it that I attack? No, we've already found one. My nervousness is about taking her there. Like, it's just hard, man. Well, we've got an attack. I know that. If I convoke this, if I play this, I cannot convoke out anything. I could convoke out that, which would get it in play, but doesn't really do much else. I think I like spirits. Because I basically have to kill them next turn. I'm not convinced I can do that. Or draw a removal spell, I suppose. It's not ideal, but... yeah, it's not going to do it. We're dead. So I used my removal spell on the 3/3. I could have waited till they put the armor on it. It's disappointing. I felt like this deck was pretty good. It's a little hard to pilot a deck that you drafted 2 or 3 days ago. I had assumed this was going to take a lot longer because I'd have to play 4 games, but it looks like I might be done pretty quick. That's very sweet of you to say, Pangeek. It's this weird thing where, like, I'm going to get back 6 hours a week to stream, and I really want that. And that seems like a ton of time to me, which is kind of funny compared to what I used to do. But I want to make sure that I'm not sending her there because I want that. It's slow. The decks have been aggressive today. That'll help. And I don't believe that I am. Obviously, I wouldn't do it if I thought that. And I'm nervous that she's going to be, uncomfortable or worried about it, unhappy somehow. I didn't know you were in childcare. I feel like men in childcare don't get enough respect. I say as a man in childcare. They kind of have to trade if I swing with that, right? I suppose they don't have to, but they should. Choose a creature to take 5 damage. The tapped one. I don't think we've talked since you were in university. So this is just about what's the best blocker, and it's this. This guy can't really block anything. So what's high? What does that do? Nothing. I remember something about French chickens. That was my original plan, was to be a history teacher. Am I mathing right? They only get to kill one of them? I think I would have enjoyed it. I just ran out of money. Thank you, mama, for making me gold pants, pants I can dance in and make romance in. I miss listening to whatever music I wanted to on stream. But Leslie Hall really taught us more than we could ever teach her. This is a total bluff. And they called that. What kind of monster calls that bluff? I mean, it did up at the end. Okay. Did you really? That's awesome. All right, so what do I get? Reveal top X cards or X to power. Put any number of creature or vehicle cards with different powers into your hand. Okay. I missed the trigger for that because I thought it was dying. I was doing all right streaming Magic by the end, which is kind of funny given where my attitude was and how incorrectly I was doing everything. I really made some mistakes in the beginning of my streaming attempts. Like, I don't know that I've ever talked about this, but when I first decided to go full-time streaming, I had this bright idea that, and some of you may actually remember this, I would make a video once a week that was just for my subscribers. So there were draft videos up on YouTube that I spent, 3 hours putting together that you could only watch if you were a subscriber of the channel. And it was so completely backwards. Like, I should have been putting draft videos on YouTube that you could just watch, encouraging you to come to the channel. But for some reason, I was like, I have to do more for subscribers, and then more people will want to subscribe. And I was like, that's not really how Twitch works. So what I ended up with was a small audience, but a huge percentage of it subscribed, which was bizarre. I had a higher percentage of subscribers than anyone else in the Magic space. But I wasn't able to grow my viewership. And I realized a lot of that after I've had, 2.5 years to think about it while I'm reading Pat the Bunny for the 300th time. Sim Baby has some word recognition. Like, I'm very proud of her, and I'm no complaints about reading Pat the Bunny 200 times. It has been my pleasure and privilege to inspire a love of reading in her. But it did give me a lot of time to think about what I've done right, what I could have done better, what it's like to have green mana, various things like that. Haven't read Home for a Bunny. Read a ton of Sandra Boynton books. He loves Sandra Boynton. Drafternoon, Damist. I mean, I have some thoughts about Nietzsche. But it's good that she read to you. He was the one that said whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, essentially, right? I thought I might be able to bluff in 2 points of damage. Probably won't matter, but... I mean, I feel like whatever doesn't kill you weakens you so that the next thing probably will is more accurate, but... Yeah, that too. Oh, I thought For One of a Forest was like one of Nietzsche's books. I was like, I haven't read that one. I wonder what it was about. And I looked at my board and I was like, oh yeah, that forest. That's the forest we want. Look at all those lands they have. What's it like? Let's do it on their turn. Well, what triggers that? An enchantment? I wouldn't attack into it, so fair enough. I do think I'm going to try to stream some Mechabellum tomorrow if she naps, and this weekend if she doesn't. Wait a minute, is it Wednesday? Holy crap. Yeah, I want to end my turn. I suspect we're dead. Hello, John. Oh yeah, the mana system is really what makes Magic good. You're talking to yourself? How have you been talking to yourself? I mean, I know how to talk to myself. I thought I was talking to Dutch all those years, and then when he wasn't here, it's like, oh, I wasn't. That's pretty great. Like, man, why is that jerk ignoring me? I thought we were friends. I had the thought yesterday that something you told me I really liked, and I was going to tell you about it. Now I don't remember what it was at all. So we've got to get rid of the flyers. Let's start there. I think I'm still dead if they just turn it all sideways, but they have to show me that they understand that. I suspect that they do, but you're going to need to show me. Oh, it's a jolly balloon man. That'll get me too. Oh, darn it, they figured it out. They got me. All right, I think I'm going to call it here. I finished the draft, which is what I wanted to do. I didn't finish it the way I wanted to, but meh. It is what it is. It is possible I will stream more Magic, but I'm kind of excited about trying Mechabellum again, so I think I'm going to do that on my next stream. I did try some TFT. I mentioned this earlier, but there weren't a lot of people here, and I remembered why I didn't like it. And it's because that game is just kind of a chore to play and look at for me. But I played a game of Mechabellum. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, but Baby did nap, and I was like, this is kind of fun. It's hard and there's a lot to it, but I think I might enjoy learning some of it and doing some of that on stream. But I'm going to call it for here and go start filling out some preschool paperwork. Whew. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll see you Friday. Maybe we'll see you this weekend. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see y'all. Adios.